up to a sky she didn't choose to paint. Between the Potomac, Tehran, and the Galilee, they're moving all the pieces, while the tension in the Levant only ever just increases. Israel and Iran, the US in the middle chair, discussing ceasefire terms while the smoke is in the air. A state pummeled by the strikes, but with no seat at the board, watching their own future being settled by a foreign sword. They call it a dialogue, they call it a plan, but the table's got no room for the Lebanese man. And during the whiplash of a choice they didn't make, a nation on the anvil for a regional state. The blueprints drawn in ink that's imported from afar, they're measuring the distance by the crater and the scars. The geometry of the buffer, the blueprint of the wall. The foundation is shifting, but we didn't build the hall. Lebanon is holding on with someone else's hand, caught in the flicker of a borrowed light in her own land. I recognize the elevation, I know how to load it spread. It's the same old structural failure, just a different coat of red. Iran looks through the proxy, the West looks through the lens, and everyone is talking like they're Lebanon's friends. But a friend doesn't use your garden for a trench, or leave your future hanging on a foreign judge's bench. It's the architecture of empire, cold and precise, where the sovereignty of one is just the other's rolling dice. The blueprint of the bystander, the geometry of grief, when the treaty and the bullet both offer no relief. The faces always shift, but the math is never strange. I've been watching this design for 40 years and some change. Quiet now, listen to the silence where the Lebanese vote should be. They talk about the fate of nations in air-conditioned rooms, but a child in the Becca doesn't care about the chess move. Silence is a heavy thing when it's forced upon your tongue. The song of a nation is still being sung by everyone but them. Everything else is just noise. Drawn in ink that's imported from afar, the measuring the distance by the crater and the scar. It's the geometry of the buffer, the blueprint of the wall. The foundation is shifting, but we didn't build a hall. Lebanon is holding on with someone else's hand, caught in the flicker of a borrowed light in her own land. The lines are drawn in ink and blood, neither of which belong here. The architect is absent, but the blueprint is perfectly clear. Built to be the stage, but never the lead. The structure remains while the people bleed.